submachine guns are back. Maybe they'll go from being trash to being half decent. I said it, Nagafen.
I don't really believe it'll help them that much. I think there'll be some teams that are able to put together, some SMG lineups that are probably a little bit stronger.
Okay, Matt taking the political answer. I go with the brutally honest. EG are trash. Match out of Splice. First blood comes in for Torres as the kills are being traded immediately out though by Infuse.
Now we'll see who can get control of the drone first. If you're Black Forest Games, you need to put some points on the board early, put the pressure on Infuse. You cannot let Infuse get in your base and get control. If you are Black Forest Games, you do everything you can to just rotate back. Do not let them get control of your base, or else they will put this game away.
I do like the pressure we've seen from Subsista as well as Baldy towards this bike path side of the map. The drone now being pushed up by Torres as well. There might actually be a score opportunity here. I thought he was going to slide it out and go for the score, but no, he's getting shot through the wall. Subsist is still alive. He gets cut down. Baldy's the last chance. He'll slide on through and gets beat down by Moose.
And that
nice
was
hold by
Black Forest Games. They get basically 2 wipes of Infuse at the beginning, and they don't get any points on the board.
Also to point out, though, they could have gone for the throw over the Granny's house, but instead they try to force it through.
And I think in your position, if you're Black Forest, just take the points.
Yeah.
Like, just take the points, force Infuse to get a little bit more aggressive. Then you can slow the pace of the game down. I mean, post up a little bit with some more AR play more of a defensive keep away game. You need to put the points on the board there early.
Well, Infused are realizing how much pressure is being put on this bowling side that they're actually just going to go underpass with the drone, settle for a potential 1-point play. It is missed this time around. PD's still here to potentially save this one. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Nice job by Black Forest Games to get the drone out and remain scoreless in this game 3.
Yeah, the drone going to go back towards that mid-map, and this is where, though, Infuse is already set up. You see how far back Black Forest Games is after defending their base. Infuse picks up a few kills here. This is going to be a score.
And, Matt, we talk about it. Can they match the slang for all 10 minutes? Right now, it's dead even, and that is why the score is dead even. But as time goes on, will they begin to fall off when Infuse get one time where they force the spawns out? That's where I think you will see this scoreboard get racked up very, very quickly. Already, they're beginning to put that pressure on. Moose, the lead blocker. He's getting tagged up. He's got help from a player behind him. But Subsist, again, putting the pressure towards this back bowling area, clears out 3, and basically single-handedly stops the Infused push. Great job by him to utilize that plus to his advantage.
Yeah, and it's really been Black Forest Games dominating the kill feed right now, and I just don't understand. Like, where was this on hardpoint? Like, where was it in the search and destroy? Right now, they're doing a fantastic job in the slaying department. Now we're going to go with a 1-point throw over the top.
PD was there for the interception. He had a teammate as well. That looked a little bit short, did it? I feel like that would have.
It might have been a little bit short.
But hey, either way, they reset the drone and Infuse now keep this 1-0-0.
But still, just for the confidence of Black Forest, I mean, you're doing a great job just slaying, picking up the kills, and you're just not converting them into points. Like, you have to be just kind of taking your confidence and just keep knocking it down over and over.
I mean, think of what we've seen so far in the 3 offensive pushes between the 2 teams. One was a little bit overly greedy Black Forest Games push where they tried to go for a dunk and they got killed inside the back Granny's area. Then the next push, they wind up botching a throw on the side of Infused. Then that 3rd push right there, intercepted. So both teams having some interesting play calls, both teams making stuff happen in their base to keep it a low-scoring game. There, Infuse get blocked out by Black Forest Games if they chain together a few kills.
There's been little to no good offense from either side. And you can actually make the argument that the better opportunities have come from the side of Black Forest Games here in the first half.
Fun fact, I'm going to stay on with Torres in his next life. He got the first kill of the game at 4 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Now at 1:10, he hasn't actually found a second yet. So there you go. As I say it, he gets a second kill. But 4 do go down for the price of it. They've already got the lead blocker, and this is a sign of a team that's confident in themselves to slay out. PD was already pushed up through underpass. Now, I want to see them kind of wait for a second with the drone because they haven't actually recognized that everyone has overextended.
Yeah, but Black Forest doesn't extend through the middle of the map. Okay, well, Baldy picks up 1, but still.
There you go. That's a dunk.
This should be another score for Infuse. So because they don't go down the mid rails, try and get back towards mid map, they give up two dunks there worth 4 points.
Yeah, and That's what I said. Once they get one time where they force the spawns out towards field, that's where I think it begins to get ugly. Nolson, 14-7. He's had a quiet series so far. We haven't talked too much about him. Really been focusing a lot on his teammates. But hey, when he needs to, he's stepping up for his squad. Double positive right now. Now 15-7 on a 3 streak. 16-7. Subsist, the one doing really everything he can on the side of Black Forest Games at 19-11. Nearly has himself a 4 streak to end this side.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic first half here on Throwback, but it does not matter as it's going to be infused up 4-0 going into the second half. So we did see a lot of good things from Black Forest Games there in the first half of Throwback, but it'll be infused up 4-0. Just one small mistake, and they give up 2 dunks.
And I think this is an example of what Black Forest Games is capable of, keeping it close and things along those lines, but missing some key opportunities. This could very well be a one-possession game, Matt, if they were able to capitalize on some of the pushes they had earlier. So far, though, the performance from Subsist, while it's been heroic, has really, it's tough to say, just not been enough to get.
I mean, you can kind of break down the gameplay of some of these blowouts that we've seen broken down just kind of into 3 parts. Hardpoint, they're just not able to sustain for an entire game. They start off good, and then they just kind of fall apart once the game gets chaotic. They just can't kind of get into a rhythm. In Search and Destroy, you just do not see effective just baiting and switching and effective trading between players. Not really great team coordination. And then in Uplink, I feel like it's just 1 or 2 decisions that end up just letting the other team have their base and just run crazy on it.
Oh, here we go. The drone now being moved up, and this should most certainly be a score now for Baldy. He's going to settle for the 1 and get Black Forest on the board. So there you go. 4-1 now. The score to the first minute. They've got a little bit of pressure on their side. Revolt just needs to stay alive, though. Does actually get 1 kill through the jammer, which is nicely done by him. I still like how he's sprinting right there. Hold an angle, wait for your team, and keep some mid-map positioning instead of going out and trading a kill and just dying immediately.
Yeah, in that position, he needs to secure mid-map so his teammates can get back to it. He doesn't need to push through.
Clay top vending, watch the underpass area. Said he sprinted right through middle.
He's the only one available at that time to watch that area of the map. It's the most important area, obviously, over the drone spawn. Needs the security. He just plays in that top vending area, picks up 1 kill, kind of changes that entire play scenario for Black Forest.
4-1 still the score, though, for Infuse. They've still got a 2-possession lead. Torres heating up a little bit more inside, too, now at 8-15. You need to make his presence felt. It goes back to what we said this entire weekend. If you're going to beat Infuse, if you're going to beat Splice, if you're going to beat Orbit, you need all 4 players going off. And right now, they do not have that. Still a very winnable game. I do like, again, what we're seeing from Infuse. Look at the heavy pressure towards this lower street side. You've got Nolson still just sitting near this bus area. You had PD and Marky B pushed up towards the train side. Now Nolson will just hold this angle, wait to see if he can get himself a free kill to try to relieve some of this pressure towards his base.
And I will say Black Forest does look much better than they did yesterday. Still, it's just not enough right now. You're going to see Torres just try and throw the drone forward. I believe it looked like he was trying to pass this in.
4-3.
Will be a dunk. So now Black Forest only down 1. They do have control of the infused base.
Yeah, and you see that kill right there. It's going to help give Baldy a chance to potentially move with this drone. Instead, no, he'll play for positioning, which I do agree with here. Unfortunately, gets spotted before he can get comfortable. So, Moose and crew, what are you going to do to stop this bleeding? You've been up 3 straight points inside 2. You really haven't had a single chance to go offensive because all the kills that you're getting are actually in your own spawn. Slaying inside 2 is absolutely in favor of Black Forest Games. You got Revolt +3, Baldy at +3, Subsist at +6. For the most part, they're out slaying Infuse at the moment.
Yeah, now Revolt was doing a nice job. He was up in the opposing team's window. Then on their side of the map, just picking up kills, stalling them from getting back to that mid-map control. And now with 2 minutes left, this is where Black Forest can take over this game. They can get drone control and throw over for some yards and then spawn out Infuse in the field, but that is not looking like what's going to happen. You see the drone in the hands of Marky B. Going to pass it to a teammate. They're going to try and push out, get a 1-point throw.
This is reminding me so much of the phase optic game on Uplink on this map, where it was like scoreline like this until the final minute. The team just said, let's just go towards field and make something happen. Camo used it the perfect time. He does get body blocked, which is a smart play. Remember, we used to see that back in the CWL Season 1 and Black Ops 3. There, a similar tactic brought out. Basically, you're just trying to stall him until his camo runs out to then be able to see him and get the kill. Unfortunately, does stay around for just long enough to get that score, so Infuse bring it back to a 2-possession game. And we mentioned, what are they going to do to stop the bleeding? Well, it came down to just getting kills in the middle map.
And that just shows you, I mean, what type of game-changing ability something like active camo can be. I mean, when
Yep.
you get that type of ability, whether it's active camo or reactive armor, you can use that to just make an individual play that separates you from the opponent.
Do you remember when pro players didn't really know how to use it at the first invitational for the CWL last year? And we were just bashing anyone who used the active camo. We were like, there's no way.
Yeah,
this is gonna
Revan
be a
was
good
so
thing.
against it last year.
Yeah, and then as the year went on, it was like, oh my, camo's the best thing.
I swear by the argument that active camo was more powerful. I know overdrive got banned out a lot in uplink. That active camo was more powerful in uplink than overdrive. Active camo most of the time led to points, as where overdrive you could either get it mid-map and just hit overdrive and just die instantly or whatnot. I just felt like active camo was a little bit more consistent with in terms of getting points out of it.
As now you're seeing this game basically done, folks, as Infused should take this 6-3. If you remember, Optic Gaming were actually a team that shared that same sentiment, where overdrive would be left in and they would still just pick camo. They wouldn't actually even use it and still make plays happen off of that. GG's though, folks. Infused, they get the 3-0 as expected. They remain with the perfect map count, and they continue to look like that elite team that many think that they should be on the same level on.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a team Infused that's kind of been under the radar a little bit. We've been talking a lot about the likes of Splice, Fnatic even, Elevate as well as Orbit. I feel like Infused, they've just kind of been forgot about in Europe's elite, making a statement with their first 2 wins here in CWL London.
Infused take the victory. As that, with that 2-0, I mean, they basically, secured themselves a spot? Or they're, yeah, I mean,
yeah, I believe so.
I don't see how they wouldn't have. So, congratulations